Welcome to the Sandler Sales and Sales Leadership Thought of the Day. Recently, I was having a meeting with one of my clients, and we were sitting in my office talking about a salesperson they had on their team. And probably it's happened to you before if you're in leadership. You had somebody, you hired them, started off really great, really positive. There was lots of good results, lots of good behavior early on. And then all of a sudden, things started to slip and dive. And a year later, you're looking around and going, wow, is that person really a fit anymore? That was the conversation that I was having with this manager, and we pulled out their divine assessment and looked at some of the competencies on the assessment and saw some things that kind of made us go back and say, we need to have a conversation with the individual about things like ambition and drive and takes action. There are some gaps there. So we brought in the salesperson and we brought in the manager, and we're sitting down having this conversation between the two of them. And some really interesting things came up. One being the salesperson was telling us how they really work well, what made them motivated, what made them take action, what got them fired up. And one of the things that really came out of that was completion of tasks, right? So the ability to say, here's my list for the day, I did my list, and then getting a pat on the back. And that was really different from then how the manager was actually managing that person. They were giving them very little guidance and just basically saying, go out there and make something happen. And so what we had was two very different approaches to work, and neither one being correct or incorrect. It's just that together it wasn't working. The leader or the coach wasn't able to provide the right direction for the salesperson to lead to maximum results. And so anytime I'm looking at companies and people, I really think you need to look at the managerial relationship between yourself and the sales team. So if you don't understand what motivates your salespeople, if you don't understand what gets them up every day, what makes them do their best work, you need to have those conversations. And there's lots of assessment tools that help you ask the right questions to find this out. So make sure that you understand your salespeople. And if you're a salesperson and you're not feeling the motivation, or you're a little confused, or you're a little lost about what you should do, you need to sit down with your manager and say, this is how I work best. These are the things I need from you as a leader, so that between the two of you, you can create the most synergetic team out there to achieve maximum results. So if that sounded interesting to you, if there's more that you'd want to learn, please feel free to join our webinar. We have a link below. If you want to crash a class and join us for something that we've got ongoing, we have public training on a regular basis. We would love to see you here. I'm Chad from Sandler Training, and go have a great week.